COP26 wasn't much COP. After 2 weeks of hot air and with hypocritical leaders and billionaires producing a carbon footprint the size of a Yeti, we are back to square one. Now, I don't know anyone who doesn't want to look after the planet, pollute less and embrace the economic opportunities presented to Britain by the green economy. When it comes to green innovation, we are already among the top global players. But I'll tell you now what I could have told you 2 weeks ago. All of those private jets didn't need to have landed in Glasgow. Joe Biden could have left his 85-car cavalcade at home, because without the likes of China and India participating in this green revolution, efforts by low-polluting countries like Britain are not just costly and damaging, but ultimately futile. How unsurprising that the biggest polluter by far, China, didn't even turn up. They were the elephant not in the room. And both China and India hobbled the agreement at the 11th hour yesterday with a request to phase down rather than phase out coal. That's right, phase down rather than phase out, just as we've committed to get rid of it altogether at considerable cost. And there's a big difference between phase out and phase down. I might phase down rather than phase out the number of pints I have when I go to the pub. I think either way I'll be staggering home afterwards. What else could we phase down rather than phase out? Eating biscuits in front of the telly, making regrettable late-night internet purchases. If only we lived in a world where we could all phase down rather than phase out naughty things. Now, we can debate the climate science. My mind is open. I want to hear from all sides. But it's clear that we are polluting the planet. The seas are full of plastic. The air is dirty. And we should think about a future beyond fossil fuels, because they're filthy and will run out eventually anyway. And when it comes to green innovation, Britain might as well lead the pack, but only if it works for our economy. Only if it produces jobs, if it's affordable, if it raises the standard of living, and if it's in the national interest. But if it's about going it alone and committing economic suicide whilst others pollute for fun, I'm not interested at all. Let's not make the mistakes of the pandemic, slavishly following one version of the science, crushing debate and scrutiny, destroying economies and impacting the poorest in our society. The approach of the authorities in the pandemic has been top-down. Well, going green must be bottom-up. It's time to engage the public on this eco-journey, because it's our money, it's our quality of life, and it's our planet. So we should have our say.